Okay, Sasquatch Sunset is the new movie by the Zellner brothers. These guys have quite the filmography. My only real experience from a film by David Zellner was Keough the Treasure Hunter, which I really just remember renting on Redbox and unfortunately falling asleep to it. And walking into Sasquatch Sunset, I was bombarded by all these Letterboxd reviews, which I don't really like to follow so many of these, but they all were refraining the same thing. Probably one of the funniest and most poignant movies you'll see this year, about Riley Keough and Jesse Eisenberg explosively sing and being on everything in sight for 100 minutes. I traveled 850 miles to Park City, Utah to sit in a theater full of industry professionals, dozens of whom fled the screening partway through, and watch a bunch of actors dressed in Sasquatch suits eat and over the course of 90 minutes. Felt great. Let me just say, this is not a movie that is all about all of those gross things that are mentioned on this review. Yeah, it happens on this movie. There is plenty of crude humor on this movie for sure. The gist of this movie is these actors are in these Sasquatch prosthetics, and it is going through each season of the year from spring to winter, and it's just showing the lifestyle of these Sasquatches. But it's way more than just them fornicating and pooping places. It's also about the predators that they encounter, the power of family, and how it drives them to go one place to another. And while I am kind of agreeing with the fact that this isn't really quite for an art house crowd, it isn't also for like the casual movie goers, and for people like me that was kind of hoping they would have some sort of inclusion or riff on the Stoned Ape Theory by Terrence McKenna, it's not really quite that deep either. Sasquatch Sunset is entirely dialogue free. It's funny and it's exciting at points, but then other times it's also kind of boring. It's unfortunately one of those movies where you're probably going to start thinking of what you should be doing with your time. And yeah, it's a little jarring seeing these famous actors almost unrecognizable with these Sasquatch suits. But it's also pretty interesting when they focus deep in these Sasquatch's eyes, you can tell who these performers are. And I also found this movie to be incredibly sweet at points. This movie really does show the importance of sticking together. In a lot of ways, the primitive nature of this movie highlights the importance of humanity. Appreciating the things in our life that don't cost things, like love and food and shelter. It's even a little psychedelic and touches on ego in a very funny way. I also found it interesting how they played with the concept of time period. We don't really know when this is taking place, but they have little hints on when this could. And it's things like that I wish this movie would have done a little bit more of. Overall, I just wish this movie would have dug a little deeper with the concept that they had. But yeah, it's a little too boring to be some big joke movie. It's not a movie that, the entirety of it is fornicating and pooping and them throwing poop and stuff like that. If you are going to see this movie because of that, you're going to be disappointed, because it's not. It's not really all that profound either. There are some emotionally resonant scenes, and it's these actors in suits, and they are portraying these bipedal hominids. Overall, I would give Sasquatch Sunset a 6.6, and it is playing in select theaters now. Thanks for watching.